Welcome back to Bunnies and Burrows. On our last episode, you were all greeted by a rabbit wearing a tiny little jean jacket and leading you up to what you now know is Allsees Farm. He is walking you through a wide open front gate, and you are seeing for the first time something similar that a handful of you may have seen in your visions. That wide open meadow that Clary might recall from her visions. You're seeing the poles from various visions. This is all coming together as the farm you were shown. This rabbit is like clutching his paws together kind of in his lap, and he is saying, welcome, beloved guests, to Allsees Farms. My name is Bishop Absinthe, and I have been trusted as the steward of the rabbits here at the farms. And we are so thankful to have you here.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
What are all your names?
I'm Clary.
Clary, wonderful to meet you.
I'm Maya.
He like makes eye contact with you, Maya, and like clocks a few things about you. Welcome, Maya. Honored to have you here.
Did you see us coming?
Did I see you coming? No. But I did see you coming through the barbed wire. Very brave.
Oh, is that what that stuff is called?
Yes, that metal bramble that is called barbed wire.
I didn't like that stuff one bit.
No. That is a test of faith for a lot of us.
I felt like it was more like a physical test, but you know. Anyway, Clumsypaws, nice to meet you.
Shakes your paw. Clumsypaws. I couldn't help but note that you seem to be a healer of no small note.
You've heard of me?
Not heard of you, but I did see you tending to your fellow rabbits here, and they seem to be much improved since coming through there.
How long have you been watching us, Bishop? Sorry, is Bishop a title or is it your name? I don't...
It is my name. My name is Bishop.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
How long have I been watching you? Well, I heard a rustling underneath the fence, so I came to see what was happening, and, I saw the four of you just scraping by on there, and as I came to assist you, I saw that my assistance was not as needed as I thought, because you have the gift.
Well, I mean, if you got any assistance, we'll take it, but yeah. Also, here's our other friend.
Hello.
Hi. My name is Scout.
A pleasure to meet you, Scout. We have not had visitors in quite some time, and we've been gleefully anticipating the prospect of having more rabbits join us here. If you will permit me, I don't know what your intent in coming here is, or who sent you, or how you learned about us, but because you are here, I would consider it only polite and hospitable to show you our accommodations. May I give you a tour?
Just one quick question.
Of course.
Did you put up the barbed wire?
No, I'm much too small. That was placed there by the farmer.
The farmer?
The farmer.
What is a farmer?
So he turns around and shows you, he just gives you the big, panoramic view of the farm, and you see that big wide open meadow, and very far in the distance you see just a large, you're all very small rabbits, as most rabbits are. Some slightly bigger than other rabbits, but still rabbits. This is the largest structure any of you have ever seen. It towers over everything in the distance. Looks like a castle, a mansion practically. And he shows you this, and the sun is just coming up from behind the farm, and he gestures to it and he goes, "The farmer is the person who resides inside the farm. He takes care of us, he keeps us safe, and he gives us the rules by which to live."
he gives you the rules by which to live.
We don't speak the language of the farmer. We can only infer his will by his actions. So when the barbed wire went up, we could only assume that it was meant to keep us safe, to keep us in, and to keep others out. Now, that being said, it can also be a test to see if the truly worthy can enter, which I like to assume you all are.
Maya's eyes narrow a little bit.
I thought that the forest gods.
I might have an idea of where you've come from then. You might know an old friend of mine. I'm assuming that there's a rabbit that you might know. I could be wrong. But is his name well-dressed, tousle-headed?
Yes.
Yes.
Well-dressed also spoke of these. He was very adamant about them. Was not keen to accept the gifts the farmer gave us.
Well, I've seen a forest god, so... And I'm going to meet them.
I'm sure. Truly. I have nothing against well-dressed philosophies or the things that he prophesied of seeing.
Is the farmer a forest god?
Is the farmer a forest god? Well, the farmer does enter the forest. The farmer does treat us as if he is a god. He takes care of us. He gives us shelter, protection, water, everything you could need. He's assembled a pantheon within his walls. To me, there's only one true pathway, and that's through what he's been teaching us. And more recently, I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't mean to burden you with a whole new look on life and a whole new doctrine of faith if you've only been hearing well-dressed version of it. I don't mean to pile it on, as it were. But yes, we do observe the farmer here.
Why don't you show us the accommodations you spoke of?
I would love to, especially if you're planning on staying with us for a while. So, this is the field. And again, for you, Clary, very similar to the vision you had, you see a lot of different types of rabbits playing in this area. You are seeing a large stretch of field that extends towards a shallow river. There are no gates here apart from the one you entered from. Several bunnies here are playing, resting, and frolicking. This appears to be a very carefree, open range environment here. It's like this is one of the most preferred places of the farm. All of our rabbits come here to relax, rest, play, get to know each other better. Love has been found in this field. We're very happy to have it.
Is this where we'll be staying, in the field?
Oh, no. You have the option to rest here, but we have our own nests. It's farther in.
All right. Let's see the nests.
Sure, allow me to lead you there. To get to the nests, so you're gonna quickly realize this farm has kind of like a circular arrangement here. So like the largest outer part here, this is mainly the field. It's a big cage that goes in and out, only one door. And as you go further deeper into the field, things get more narrow, and you see what is referred to as the shallow river. A small river to drink from cuts through the open field. A small bridge has been built to cross it, and Bishop will just kind of show it to all of you. Very, very clean water, babbling brook, very peaceful. And he goes, we've been taking extra great care here to make sure this water is clean so that you may drink freely from it. No one bathes here, no one does anything else in this river besides drink. We even established that. That was a gift to us by the farmers, pointing to the bridge. Put that right there for us to cross over.
Is the stream
farmer put
flowing
that there.
into the forest or out of the forest?
An excellent question. Why don't you make an intelligence check for me?
Oh, I didn't.
want to know the same thing.
I want to.
Everybody roll intelligence. Let's see who wins.
Oof.
I want to be sneaky and try to wash a paw in the
Ooh. I'll have you make an agility check then.
Alright.
I got a 3 on my intelligence.
What did you get, Clumsypaws?
1.
A 1. Scout, did you roll?
I did, and I got a 9.
A 9. Excellent.
Nice.
How's that agility check for me, Clary?
5.
A 5. Okay. So here's what I will say. Clumsypaws, Maya, you are trying to find the end of this river. Where does it go? And your attention is kind of turned because you see Clary start to move towards the river. It's a little unclear on if Bishop's going to stop her or not. She seems to have the jump on him, but you two certainly noticed.
I'm curious to see what happens.
All right, I'm going to make a quick intelligence check on Bishop.
Nice. Maya's my partner in crime here.
I did not beat a 5. Bishop does not see you dip your paw into the water. It feels cool. It feels crisp. You see some of the dirt flake off of your paw from the forest from when you were in there. Whenever you decide to pull that paw out, it's going to be the whitest you've seen your fur in quite some time.
Oh my goodness. Ooh. Nice.
Scout,
Yes.
does the river go into the forest? You see the end of the river. It is flowing outwards towards the west, and it leads to another row of gate. You now realize that this open field wasn't as open as advertised. There is another wall on the other side here. What you also notice is a rabbit who seems to be hiding with flowers around her head.
Interesting. And that was at the end of the river?
Yeah, at the end of the river, she's hiding very close to the gate, kind of in like a shrubbery, but she is noticeable to your scout eyes.
Do we still have the flowers
Okay.
in our hair? Probably.
I would assume so.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'm going to break away from the group a little bit. I'm going to start heading up the river, see what someone says to me doing that thing.
Are you going to announce that or just take off?
I'm just going to start casually walking up the river. Just kind of explore.
Okay. I'm gonna have you make a speed check for that, though.
Okay. That's a 2.
Roll for Bishop. I beat a 2. Bishop sees you starting to scoot off, and it's like, friend, I encourage you to explore our farms. I truly do. However, time is of the essence here. I want to make sure you see everything before sundown. Perhaps you can save your exploration for later?
Right.
Why are we worried about sundown? I mean, don't you have, like, fighters that protect you at all hours of the night, or scouts, you know, that can go
no
find?
need. No need for that sort of thing. Rabbits are free to do here what they wish.
But, I mean, why are you afraid about it being night? You know.
Nothing to fear, per se. That's just when we all retire to our nests. And they are the safest place any rabbit could be. And I want to make sure that you're able to reserve a spot there before the sun goes down.
Is the space limited? Do some rabbits not make it?
No, I wouldn't say that they don't make it, per se. Call it a tradition that we keep around here. The sun falls, we all go to sleep.
Okay, alright.
Now, before I can show you that, though, I must show you the feed. He leads you across the bridge.
Before we move on, did the other rabbit that was hiding lock eyes with any of us? I just want to make sure that they know that I exist.
Let's find out. Ooh! Yes.
We lock eyes?
Rabbit saw you seeing her and then hid further into the bush.
Gotcha. I am gonna go follow the party for now.
He leads you to a large trough. There is a it's short, you're rabbits. It's a small little trough full of all kinds of different vegetables, what look to be pellets. You've never seen this kind of thing before, but it's mixed in with the kind of food you would see. All varieties of different leafy greens, and Bishop gestures to this. You see a handful of rabbits already at this trough, kind of putting their heads in, nibbling on things in there, holding little leaves, chomping on them. And he goes, this is the feed. It is filled every morning and afternoon with fresh food pellets, fresh vegetables, and delicious leafy green type stuff that we need to keep our bodies nourished.
And the farmer does that.
The farmer does this for us as well.
Why does the farmer do all this?
The farmer has chosen to take care of us.
But why?
Understanding the farmer's will has not been our forte, if you will. We can only surmise that the farmer only has good intentions for us. We spent a long time living in fear of the farmer, if I'll be honest. A lot of us didn't understand his intentions. Sometimes he could come off as sporadic or cruel. But in recent times, that has sort of changed. The farmer's presence has been more delightful. And now we have this full trough of feed.
Was it like within the last 2,000 years that things changed, or what, you know?
Now, you know rabbits don't live that long, but it was fairly recently. It happened in my lifetime.
So well-dressed, he kind of hopped away from here, you know.
He did.
Why?
He did.
Or, you know, does that happen a lot?
And did that happen before or after the change?
I understand you have a lot of questions about your spiritual leader. I will do my best. The farmer, for a while, like I said, was something we did not understand. We attempted best as we could to see what would appease him, but, you know, many of us would be removed from the farm, would be sent elsewhere. Other similar farmer-type creatures would come, observe us all. One of us would be selected, and we would never see them again. They would go off somewhere else. We lived in fear of this. None of us wanted to leave the farm, you see. That has recently changed, and Well-Dressed was here to witness that change. Now, I won't say that Well-Dressed was a devout worshiper of the farmer or anything. He, like a lot of us, also feared that. But then came the arrival of the man.
The man.
When the man came here, rabbits were brought back into the farm. No more leaving, no more banishment, no more removal from paradise. The man comes, observes us, selects us, and brings us into the farm. We must imagine that when we have reached the point where we deserve and earn salvation, we come into there. It's an exciting thing for us now. It allows us to live our lives more fully, more carefree, knowing that the farmer will, no matter what happens out here, allow us to return home. Well-Dressed became even more suspicious. Well-Dressed rattled on about nature and the intent of the forest gods for rabbits, and how we weren't honoring that, how we weren't doing what our species was put here to do. Was very adamant about coming together as a society and working. And I understand it's a noble endeavor, but I mean, the results speak for themselves. And he gestures behind you. You see all these happy hopping rabbits, people drinking from the water, of them enjoying the food. There's a smile on every face here. We are so happy here. Now, Well-Dressed and an old friend of ours, Dayspring Divorce, got in several heated arguments, and eventually well-dressed, left. It was a hard day for us, because despite his flaws, well-dressed is a very good rabbit. He left heartbreak in his wake. He blasphemed, for lack of a better phrase, against our beliefs here. And I'm sad that he's not experiencing the joy we have now. I believe Dayspring went out to find him, then bring him back, but we've not heard anything since.
Just to clarify, when he was talking about being brought back to the farm, that a different farm, or I got a little confused there.
He says, so he points back to the farm and goes, "We were never permitted in there. We knew the farmer was there and it was not for us. But the man, a new man, not the farmer, a different person, appeared one day, started bringing us into there. Still not to be seen again, but with the understanding that that is where we want to be."
So, even the farm, which we've been told was the place that we go after life, if we obey the forest gods, even that isn't the last place? There is still another place to go?
I see Well-Dressed has done a number on you. He's preaching of the farm, but is misinterpreting its intent. The farm is a real place. The farm is where you go when you have earned it. Now that part of his teaching is true, but it seems that he's misled you into thinking that you go there after you die, that there is an external place, when truly the real thing we ought to be pursuing is not perfect knowledge, but trusting in the farmer, understanding that because things have changed and we're experiencing unfathomable joy now, that when it is determined for us to come to him, that is a joyous occasion. The farm is the end of your time here. What happens after is none of our business.
We met an owl in a tree, and he said rabbits come to visit the tree sometimes. Is that part of what you teach? Why?
Telling them not to do that. Yes, the long ago the farmer visited this tree with his companion, and
Was it the man?
no, different person. This is so we refer to her as the wife. She doesn't come out as much. We don't see her very often. Sometimes she does, sometimes she does not, but primarily we see the farmer and the man. The legend goes that when they were very young, they ran out there, declared love at that tree, and they've been together ever since. And because the rabbits here all love the farmer so much, some take the pilgrimage to go visit the place where they stood. I personally don't think they should be doing that, because they have to leave the farm to do it. It's not safe, but some do. Some don't come back.
You've given us a lot to think about. I think we want to speak amongst ourselves. Can you show us the nests?
It is our next stop. I will do that for you. He leads you to the nests. Now, these are not the nests that you're accustomed to from back in your warren. They're not dug into the ground. There is no underground tunnel system here. There doesn't even seem to be much grass. These are square-shaped, as you may have clued in. Small square-shaped dwellings scatter among here. They don't look like your dens back in the warren. A similarly colored material that made up the material that harmed you to get here seems to be acting as a door on a lot of these materials. Inside of those square things, you see a device that is dripping water into it. You see small piles of hay, It looks smaller than what you would be accustomed to back home, and you do see a variety of rabbits just having a snooze in some of these little square-shaped nests, as they were. And he gestures and goes, "The finest. These are our nests, where we sleep soundly at night."
Well,
They seem odd.
Odd how?
It's just odd to me that you don't have your own individual places to stay besides just this whole...
They're square. Why are they so...
and they're not in the ground.
It's a tad more optimal. Again, these were provided to us by the farmer, and I dare say they've kept us incredibly safe. The shape is compact, so that you don't have to spend your entire day wasting away in there. You're encouraged to leave it. There is an outer shell protecting you from any danger that could befall you. Not to mention, free water in there as well.
So, what happens if a rabbit gets sick? Because, I mean, you get all this great food and stuff all the time, sure, but, like, you know, it's bound to happen eventually. Does the farmer or the man help with that? I'm still really confused about how there's, like, a farmer and a man and a wife. You know, what is going on?
It's a good question. And it's partially why I'm excited you're here, Clumsypaws. You see, when a rabbit gets sick here, a few things can happen. They can be nursed back to health by the farmer. Sometimes they will simply perish because we could not get taken care of in time. We've just accepted that disease and illness is something that will befall us, and it will be the farmer's will whether it is time to leave that rabbit here in the meadow to continue living its days and earn its salvation, or if he decides to bring them home.
So you don't have any rabbits that know how to heal other rabbits.
Some have a rudimentary idea, but we don't have one of your talents, Clumsypaws.
Yeah, so I'm really confused because I've been told, like, a lot of different things in the past 48 hours, which is a lot of hours for a rabbit. And I don't know which of these things is, like, the right thing. But I do know that I can do what I can do. And if you don't have this, then it seems like it's something that you lost or that you lack. So, you know, is the farm really all it's cracked up to be? Like, I don't know. Yeah, what do you say to that? You know, why can't you all do this?
I respect the question. It's clear you've come from well-dressed. He's a deep thinker and a talented storyteller.
Very sharp. Yeah, well-dressed. He's
very
great.
sharp. As are you, my friend. Don't sell yourself short. These are piercing questions.
Don't flatter me.
I will say that we have had so much of everything we've needed taken care of through this person who gains nothing by doing so, as far as we can tell. So while not all of our needs may be met as we anticipate them being needs, there is a joy and a serendipity in knowing that no matter what happens here, eventually we get there. So no, we might not have the most talented healers, we may not have fighters or scouts who keep us safe, we may not even have a wide variety of storytellers since Well-Dressed and Dayspring left. But we do have the farm. And that, quite frankly, Clumsypaws, has been enough. We've not had to get lost in rules or restrictions or have to worry about if there's an unseen, unloving, unnatural force of nature pulling us to and fro, telling us what we were born to do. Here we can simply be. And it's a shame that Well-Dressed couldn't see that. But maybe you can.
You said the farmer, that your rules come from what you think the farmer wants. What are those rules?
Pretty simple. Stay in his presence. As you can glean by the gate you entered through, the various obstacles placed in our way, we have to assume that he wants us to be right here. So he keeps that barrier between us and the forest, for our own safety. We are also not to harm each other. We have noted that any time there was a violent action between rabbits, those rabbits would be removed.
Removed to go to the farm?
Removed as in sent elsewhere.
Okay.
They are not led to the farm in that case, no. In essence, what we've been told to do, through the intent of the farmer for what we've been seeing, has been based on trial and error. We behave a certain way, we receive certain things. When we are happy, we are well rewarded.
Clumsypaws is gonna look over at Scout and try to read Scout's face and see what she's thinking of all this.
She is taking in all the facts currently, where everything feels more like it's lack of free will. So she's just kind of her pupils are just kind of looking around, taking in information, just okay, if that's this, then that's that.
I understand it's a lot to process, especially because you haven't come from our way of life. I will leave you be. There are 4
We've had a long day. We should rest.
You should rest. I agree. If there's anything you need, he points to one unassuming nest, quote unquote.
Yeah.
He's like, I reside there. You can ask me anything. I'll just go ahead and call it a warren for your benefit, similar to what you have there. Everyone here is very nice and friendly, so feel free to talk to anyone you see. Talk amongst yourselves. There's a lot to process, and I am here if you need anything. And he hops away.
I'm just more confused now.
Clary has no intention of just going to sleep without any sort of exploration.
Oh, same. Scout has a lot of things she wants to see.
What should
Clary has been told that there is a place that she is not supposed to go, and just like the forest, that makes her want to go check it out even more.
How fun.
I think we should stick together.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't know this place. They have very strange customs.
Yeah, Maya, what do you think? He's basically saying that there's no need for your ability to see in the future, I'm not no need, but that they don't have it, and they can't heal people either. So now I'm all sorts of confused because it seems like where we came from knows a lot of stuff that these rabbits don't, and it feels like I've been given 3 different versions of reality now. I don't know what to do.
So if we should stick together, then does that mean that you all are coming with me?
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
Yes. We've seen the forest gods. We should see this farmer.
Maybe we should see this place that, whether the farmer's there or not, this place that they don't want us to go to, we should see it.
We want
Well,
answers.
I suppose I'll lead the way. Follow me.
So you follow Scout. As you go, you have to assume straight through, because that's what he's been doing this whole time. You go straight through the nests, and you realize just how much farther away the farm is, because you encounter another gate.
Oh.
Tall and metal. Not the barbed wire, not the kind that can hurt you from before, but clearly a tall barrier. But you can see through it. And I won't even make you make an intelligence roll for it because it's just there. So beyond the gate, you're going to see two areas. One appears to be a large table where a lot of those bags of food, gallons of water, things are stored along an outer area of the gate, as if something much larger than you was preparing these things before entering the nest area. And because it's only a table, you can also see a stable of dogs. They look like the foxes you met, but different. Maybe a similar family, but distant cousins, anything in that range. They're all currently sleeping, and they're currently chained to a large restraining area. But behind that stable is the farm. Large, red, imagine a farm, classic Americana stuff. Little white paint outside of the doors indicating where the hinges are. Several stories tall. This is like, if a farm could be a castle, there it is. The tallest structure you've ever seen. It looks even bigger now because you're up close to it. And that's what you see there. And as you're staring at the farm, you kind of see like figures moving in the windows. You hear things opening and closing. You hear voices speaking a language you can't understand. You're really getting the full scope of what this thing looks like from behind this gate.
So we're making intelligence checks?
Nah, that was for free.
Oh.
But if you want to tell me what you're looking for, I'll let you roll one.
A way through.
Yeah, go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Yeah. I guess I'd be looking for, how close does the fence at any given point get to the farm?
Oh, you're making me do distance math, huh, Derrick?
Well, I just want to know, is this basically pasture we're in? Is there a point where the fence is closer to the farm that's not in this nest?
Not in this case. Straight line through.
Okay.
This keeps the nest area in. So, listen. I've paved like an image of like a ring situation here as it gets smaller and smaller, and the farm's kind of like in the center of that, just overseeing everything, stretching out from it. So it's like farm, dogs, table, gate.
Okay.
Dante's farm.
If we're gonna do this, we could try to dig under the fence somewhere else. If we can't figure out how to get past this, not this whatever this is. This thing.
That
What
is
was that intelligence check for me, Maya?
4.
I rolled as well.
Okay.
I got an 8.
8's
Nice.
pretty good. And 8's really good, as a matter of fact. So, as you look at this gate, it seems pretty large and imposing and kind of digs into the dirt. What you do see, high above you, is a latch. You see something attached to the gate that clearly is connecting it to a different part of the gate. And with your big rabbit brain, you can kind of surmise that if one were to separate the two, lift that latch, if you will, that gate door might open.
Do you see that piece right there between the sides?
Mm-hmm.
I think that if we can mess with that maybe we'll be able to get these apart.
What should we do
Okay.
if we do get them apart? Should we run really fast? Should we try to be quiet?
We should be quiet, I think. I mean, I
Let's
don't...
be-
Maybe those dogs also have mews? But they seem to be sleeping. So, best not to disturb them.
Maybe we could talk to them tomorrow when they're awake.
Do
Okay.
you think they eat rabbits?
I don't know. We could ask them.
I mean, the foxes didn't.
Yeah.
As you're all kind of talking to each other, there's a rabbit that is rushing towards you guys. Different rabbit. This one's kind of got like a creamy glow to this one. Nothing really decorating them. They have a tag on their ear, and they run up to you, and they're just like out of breath and panting. And they go, "I'm sorry. Are you the healer?"
No, I'm not. Clumsypaws.
Yeah. What happened? What's wrong?
My friend is stuck. My friend is stuck under a piece of wood. Can you help? The leg isn't. He's not able to use the leg.
I'm gonna look at my friends. And kind of like frantically, like, you know, what should I do?
Go on. We'll be fine. We'll tell you what we find.
We should stick together, though.
It'll be fine. We'll be in and out. We're just going to look. Go help.
Yeah. Can I just see if I feel like he's telling the truth? Because I'm kind of wary at this point. I just don't want to get separated from my friends and then they die, you know.
For sure. Make a mysticism check.
Ooh, okay. 5 total.
You have no reason to believe this rabbit is lying to you.
Yeah, okay, I'll come help you. And I'm just kind of like shrugging as I hop away to my friends, like,
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to follow you here, Clumsypaws, for a moment. You are brought to a surrounding of rabbits. There is, as advertised, a young-looking rabbit who's kind of like clutching at his leg. It's not going the direction legs ought to go. And there is a clear piece of lumber that was moved off of him. Just kind of looks like an accident happened in the open field. Maybe they were goofing around near a piece of, like a tree they shouldn't have. Something heavy fell on him, etc., etc. Farm things. And there's like a big crowd around this rabbit, and the friend runs you over, and it's kind of like, okay, his name's Vienna, and he's scared, and I'm worried because if his leg doesn't work, then how is he gonna hop and do stuff? And then what if the farmer can't find him? And we're just, can you help?
Yeah, I think I can help. How many rabbits are around here?
Good gaggle, like 15, 20.
Oh, jeez.
Decent sized crowd. I mean, they're rabbits. You ever been in a rabbit farm? There's tons of those little guys running around.
Never to a farm, like it's specifically a rabbit farm. I've been to a farm with a few. Clumsypaws is torn between trying to get everybody to leave so that they don't see this happen, because he doesn't want to cause any, I don't know, if no one knows that this is possible, he's gonna freak some rabbits out, and he doesn't want the attention if we're trying to fly the coop,
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna look around at all the rabbits and be like, look, can all of you go grab me the biggest pieces of grass and leaves you can find, and a little bit of water and some grains and stuff for the rabbit, for Vienna, and then I'll do what I can do, and then you can all do that, and then come back.
Make a charisma check.
Okay. 3.
Ooh, a couple go. There's everyone's kind of looking around, and they're like, I wouldn't even know where to start looking for that kind of thing. And some are like, I'll try. I'll see what's up. There's like a confusion. No one's asked of anything of them before, right. So they're just kind of like a couple go out, and they're just plucking at the grass in the lawn, just anything like this.
Yeah, just bigger and longer. Keep looking. Okay.
He said bigger and longer. I don't know what those words mean. I don't know. Just keep plucking grass.
Okay, Clumsypaws, don't screw this up. Also, don't rock the boat. Here we go. I'm gonna try to like eclipse the scene with my own body as much as possible as I'm going in to like do my thing. Is Vienna watching me or is
He so Vienna is like kind of like grabbing at his leg. Kind of hard to not notice you since you're hovering over him. So Vienna kind of like looks up and is like, "Hi. I hurt a lot.
I can see you had quite the tumble there, sport.
Yeah, it fell on me.
Hey,
can't kick.
Vienna, do me a favor. I'm gonna look on the ground. Is there like a stick anywhere?
Yeah, I see.
Okay.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah, I won't make you roll for a stick.
I'm gonna give Vienna a stick and say, "Bite on this, pal, and close your eyes." Okay.
Oh, this would be good audio. Hang on, so I can do this with my teeth.
Ooh, yeah, beautiful. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna try to like cover up what he's doing as much as possible to the other rabbits, and then do a little bit of empathic healing here.
Cool.
I will take 3 hit points of damage, and I will give Vienna 4.
Hell yeah. Clumsypaws. So, you empathically heal this rabbit. The leg starts to mend. It goes back into the shape it ought to be in. 4 is a pretty decent amount of hit points to recover here. The lameness that was plaguing this rabbit has been relieved, and he just gets like really wide-eyed. He's like, "How did you... Whoa! Are you... I don't even know what that's about." That's crazy, man.
It was, the technical term is it was dislocated, so I just kind of, put it back where it's supposed to go. Nothing special, don't worry about it.
You start to explain this, and you start to hear like a small sound, kind of like a river getting louder, and then you look around and you realize this crowd of rabbits is applauding for you. And you start hearing voices in the crowd start chanting things like, "The healer! We have a healer! A miracle worker!"
No. It's just normal stuff. Don't worry about it. All right, yeah.
Vienna,
Everybody
stands up
who's
and
here,
hugs you really hard.
everybody who's here, you should all help carry Vienna at one time to the nest so that he can rest, and I'll go do.
The healer has spoken.
Else.
Carry Vienna. So they do. They carry him to the nests. One advancement point for you, Clumsypaws.
I probably look very uncomfortable over this whole ordeal because, like, I keep wanting to say Olive. What is our place called again? Yeah, Mount Olive.
Yeah, Mount Olive. You're right.
It's kind of like it was my job, like that's what I did, and everyone else did their part, and this isn't something special, so it's very, very weird to me to be treated like this, and I was worried about this, so it's my worst fears.
You feel a little paw on your shoulder, and it's Bishop, and it's like, I see you've acclimated yourself.
Oh, look, I'm just doing what I can to help, but I really don't want this to be like a whole thing, so like don't, if you could just not talk about it anymore or not draw attention to it, that would be great.
My friend, we want the same thing. I don't think it is wise to alert the rabbits to this. I can't stop the spreading of rumors, but I will do my best to squash them.
But you already told somebody that I was a healer because they came up looking for exactly me, so like... You're the only one who knew.
Rabbits have big ears, my friend. Sometimes you think you're speaking in private, and then you realize someone heard you.
Do I believe him?
You can make a mysticism check.
4. No, 7.
Ooh, that's much better than 7.
Much better.
Yeah, you can't pinpoint what it is, because again, mysticism's gut feelings, but there's something like kind of smirky in the way he said that.
Okay.
Something not completely true.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured. I'm going to casually start looking around a little bit and see if I can see what my friends are
Make an
doing.
intelligence check.
Okay.
Yeah, make an intelligence check. You're looking for your friends?
6.
Your friends, as far as I know, currently at the gate. We'll cut back to them in a second, but you see a rabbit hiding in a bush.
The same
with
one.
A large bouquet of flowers. Same one that Scout saw.
Did it look like that particular rabbit was watching what happened here, or are they trying to get my attention, or what's the deal here?
Let's find out. With an intelligence check of 7. Yeah, they saw everything.
And are they, like, looking at me?
Mm-hmm. They make eye contact, skitter back into the bush.
And what is Bishop doing now?
Bishop, with that intelligence check, didn't see nothing. Bishop is just politely escorting you back to the nest area, kind of chatting with you and being like, I don't want to cause a stir or an uproar here. I don't know what the reaction will be if all the rabbits are kind of unifying with something new here. So listen, I'm not opposed to you helping where you can, but maybe don't cause such a scene.
Yeah, definitely, Bishop. Yeah, whatever you say. As I'm like trying to casually glance back and see if that rabbit is still there.
Sure. Well, that brings me to the gate gang.
Oh boy.
Gate gang.
All right.
So Clumsypaws ran off. So some rabbits have come back chanting, "Healer, miracle." Whatever that's about. What are y'all up to?
Maya is going to stand against the gate, and put her paws up to lift one of the other rabbits.
Okay. So you're doing a stack of rabbit situation?
Correct.
Yes.
Cool.
Number go up. Rabbit go up.
How many rabbits do we need for this stack?
Oh, let's roll. See what the number is.
Yeah, let's leave it
Wow.
to the dice.
What do you know? It is 4 rabbits high.
Interesting.
I'm not even kidding. I rolled a 4. I was
Okay.
thinking about like this exact
Well.
question coming up, but I was like, I will leave that up to chance.
Then, in that case, I think we should stack our rabbits, 3 of them as it were, and then have the third rabbit jump.
Okay, I'm down with that. That's just weird enough for me to be into it.
What's a jump stat?
Strength.
Shit.
So my
I'll say this. Strength would be easier, but if you'd rather do agility, I will let that happen at a higher DV. Fair?
Square.
Cool.
I will be the
Neither of
second.
these help me.
Same.
Just giving your options.
So my strength is a +1.
You're the jumper.
So Maya goes and she poses to get to boost up one of the other 2 rabbits, and I don't know which one of you wants to do it, but they just kind of like scoot down and
Right.
Like,
I think
push her
that
up.
Clary, Clary comes up and kind of scurries and just kind of like scurries under Maya and says, "No, you
and then just like
you're better at
lifts her up.
jumping." Scout, get over here. Come help.
Scout goes to help.
Okay, explain the tower to me. So we have Clary at the bottom. Did I hear that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so Clary's here. Called for Scout. Is Scout taking the middle?
Yep, I'm gonna be the middle of this totem pole.
Then hoisting up on top of the tower is Maya.
All right, and I will make a leap.
Here we go. Strength or agility?
That is a strength roll of 2.
Not quite. You hop and you just collapse on top of your friends. You are now a small pile of rabbits.
Oof, that's my ear.
Should we try that one more time? Is there a stick nearby?
Scout, you can make an intelligence check to see if there's anything you can use as leverage.
Fair enough. It's a 7.
Nice.
Pretty good. Okay, this is a nesting area. Listen, it's a farm. There's stuff lying around. You do in fact find a twig.
I got a twig.
All right. This time, I'll be at the bottom.
Okay. I hop up.
And I use my strength to push Clary up as high as possible.
Right.
All right, come on, Scout.
And I scamper on up.
This will be an agility check.
Okay. 5.
With the twig with a 5, you are able to just flirt with the latch a little bit. Like it's in there. It was close to passing, but not quite. So I'm going to throw one more at you to see if the little bit of leverage you have is enough to make one more strength check.
4 on my
4?
strength there. Yeah.
I'll give you 4. You are able to loosen that latch just a little bit. It comes undone, but it does not open.
We're pressing against the gate, so does it not fall in?
As you start to push against the gate, you suddenly hear the unmistakable voice of Clumsypaws trying to explain how he didn't want this to all be a big deal, and Bishop right next to him.
Hurry.
Wait. Play it cool.
Okay.
Let me just adjust the flowers in your fur. Okay. Yeah. All right. We're just doing rabbit stuff.
So yeah, they're walking up to you, and you just hear Bishop's voice, and that's why I'm saying we don't need to cause a ruckus, you know?
Yeah, no, I totally get it. Yeah, let's keep this on the down low.
Ah, hello, friends.
Hello. We're just checking out the
good
grounds.
evening.
I see you found the gate.
Yes.
Yes.
I suppose I can tell you of the gate, since you are curious. No rabbit passes here.
Oh.
This
Why?
is
Okay.
beyond here is the farmer's realm. It's been made very clear that if we pass through here, that can jeopardize salvation. Beyond here, you'll see the place of preparation. Beyond there, you'll see the stable of the dogs. Beyond there, the farm. And beyond the farm, salvation.
We're just admiring.
I'm sure. And he looks up and sees the latch and he goes, maybe almost time for a visit.
Oh.
If the latch is open, of course, that might mean we are due a visitation.
I am very excited to see the farmer. But
Me as well.
don't you think that he will think it's strange if we're all clustered here?
Interesting thought. It's not been my job or my goal to understand what the farmer may or may not think about us. It is only to be. So, I don't know. It hasn't been a problem before. And I can't think of any precedent for a cluster of rabbits being an issue. I will say if there's proper preparations you wish to make, now would be the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll leave you to it. And as he says, I'll leave you to it, and he kind of hops away, you do in fact see the door to the farm open. And there is a large being. I would say the largest you've ever seen, but one of you has seen a bear, so second largest. And he is wearing boots. Looks like some things covering what you have to assume are his legs, made of the same material that that Bishop wears on his torso. Big hat, similar style shirt to the pants, and wearing something around his eyes that makes it so you cannot look into them. Just a pitch black barrier across his eyes. And he walks very slowly and assuredly past the dogs up to the gate, and he's putting a pair of something on his hands.
Yeah, does the farmer look agile enough to catch running rabbits?
Oh, that's a great question.
Based on his mosey, you know?
Based on his mosey. Right now he's walking kind of, not with like a lot of gusto. Hard to gauge what the average age of speed would be for this divine being. I would say that he has a long stride, so you'd probably have to run pretty fast.
I guess I'm gonna look at my friends and say, are we trying to like run under his legs when he opens this gate up, or are we trying to hide? Where do we go?
Let's go through so we can see.
Okay. Here we go.
Go, I guess.
Here we fucking go. Okay, everyone is going to need to make a speed check.
This is why you said you did prep, right, Grant?
5.
Total of 5. Total of 5.
4.
Also fine.
The speed.
Total of 4.
Yeah, got me a 2.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Oh man.
One way or another, we're making things happen.
Something's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
The gate opens, and there's just 4 of you crowded around the gate, waiting for your opportunity. As you start to run, this person immediately bends down and scoops up all 4 of you in his arms. And he looks at the 4 of you, and I'm going to tell you, the players, what he says, but I gotta be clear, you, the rabbits, do not understand this. And he goes, "You're all new. Ain't seen these kind of rabbits before. Odd. Guess we better find a place to put you." And he sets you all on top of the table.
That's inside.
But then he walks in. Outside of the gate, on top of the table of preparation.
Okay.
Which is tall.
Just looking around, sniffing everything, just nervous as all get out.
You know, like when you want your dog to experience new sensations, so you put them on top of something they've never been on before, and they kind of just stand there like, how in the hell did I get here?
Mm-hmm.
Similar vibe.
I've done it with
That
kids,
exact
but
same
not
vibe
dogs.
what Scout is going through right now. Yep.
I get it.
Was that the farmer?
Maybe he really is a god.
As you all speculate, you hear tiny little rabbit cheers. You know them to be cheers. And he is walking out with the rabbit that came to report that Vienna was hurt. And that rabbit looks gassed. He's very ecstatic. And as he walks by the place of preparation and sees you 4, he like kind of mouths. He's like, "I did the right thing. I came to the healer and I got chosen."
Chosen for what?
The fuck? The man chose me?
This is the man or this is the farmer?
This is the man!
Okay.
Oh, this is the man.
The man.
And the guy, the man stops again and looks at the table of preparation. It's like, "Oh, right, these 4. Can't rightly do nothing with you yet. I guess y'all are gonna have to hang out here for a little while until I figure out what to do with you." And he's gonna reach over with his other arm that isn't holding this rabbit, and he scoops you all up in that arm, and he puts you all inside one nest and closes the gate. And he's like, "Yep, I'll have to." Just like kind of like kneeling in, looking in through the gate, looking at all 4 of you, like, Man, they're all different, too. That big one might even be a hare. The last thing you hear this person say is like, I'll have to talk to Justice about this, but... weird. And he takes that rabbit, who's, again, it's like calling out to, like... He's, like, speaking to all the rabbits who will hear him being like, I spoke to the healer and I was chosen. And that's all he's saying on loop. And then the man walks past everything, goes to the side of the farm into a little side area, and you hear a door close. Good day, my devoted podcast listeners. It is me, your Game Master Grant, and I'm here to tell you about some wonderful podcasts that you, yes, you little one, should be listening to. Starting with our friends at An Unwavering Force.
For 1,000 generations, the Jedi were the peacekeepers of the Republic. And slowly, as time does to all, that meaning began to erode away. Peacekeepers became enforcers, then politicians, then generals, the beacons of war. Then, in an instant, the order was destroyed, leaving a tyrannical empire in its place. Those in touch with the Force were pressured into hiding, with fear of being indoctrinated into the empire or die trying to stop it. This is where our story begins. Follow those still in tune with the Force as they navigate a galaxy that wants them gone. An Unwavering Force, a Star Wars story. You can find us wherever podcasts are listened to.
An Unwavering Force is a really, really cool concept, and that's coming from me, a guy who's not much of a Star Wars person. They're being played in the Pathfinder 2e system, so it's just a really cool way to use that system to tell a unique story and a recognizable IP, and they're a fully BIPOC cast, so really you have no good reason to not check them out. Next up, hey, if you like your fantasy stories to be on the sea, then you should be checking out Tales of Yavard.
A small ship rides the salt-laden wind across the sea.
The sound of waves striking the side of the vessel echo from below.
This ship, though small, carries with it the potential to change the world as we know it.
If the crew can overcome their demons, that is.
Tales of Yavard is an actual play podcast using the brand new Mythcraft system developed by Quasi-Real Publishing.
The first campaign, The Sea's Tale, follows our heroes struggling against pirates, mercenaries, and crime families as they seek to discover the truth of a terrible attack.
The secrets they may uncover on this journey will bring them closer to that truth, but the cost may be greater than any of them know.
Listen wherever you get your podcasts and find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok under Tales of Yavard Pod.
Just really cool to see the renaissance that Mythcraft is having with all these cool and unique odds coming up telling their stories in that system. Tales of Yavard features a few friends of the show. They're engaging, they're funny, it's a good fantasy, which we need so much more of in the AP space, so you should just be checking them out. Tell them we sent you, they'll probably love you for it. Now, without further ado, we'll take you back to the farm and Bunnies and Burrows.
Yeah.
That wasn't the farmer, that was the man.
After the door shut, do we hear
Okay,
anything else?
No.
Okay.
so he put us in a nesting box.
All four of you.
Right, all four of us in a nesting box. Are we back on the side that we were on? Or is it a nesting box on the other side of the gate?
You are back inside the gate. You very briefly escaped, but because no one beat his speed, you've been scooped up and put back into one small cage.
But we can still get out back into the pasture area, yeah? The rabbit run.
Yeah, the gate's been relocked, the latch has been closed, but that is an option. Listen, I'm not sitting here denying player choice. I'm just like, if I was a farmer and 4 rabbits got past me and I wasn't picking these rabbits, I'd put them back.
Right.
It makes sense.
Maya says, okay, wait. Clary, I know you
Yeah.
want to see what's there, but can we stop for a second and think?
Okay.
Because we've been just running. We ran
Right.
from the Warren, and we
Yeah.
ran through the forest, and we ran to this farm, which is not the real farm, but it is the farm that Well-Dressed spoke about. But it's not
Right.
the way he said it was.
Right.
What if the farm that Bishop is talking about is also not what he says it is?
Well, that's why I want to see it. Because if Well-Dressed, if Welly's wrong and the other rabbit that Willie didn't like is also wrong, then this rabbit's probably wrong too. So I just want to know what's there.
What time of day is it?
We are getting into afternoon, kind of late afternoon.
Supper time. So the rabbits that get picked never come back. Yeah, that's their reward. They have been picked. They're
Yeah.
gone.
You definitely hear some cheering rabbits outside of the door, and you hear Bishop trying to like calm everyone down because they all heard the same thing. That rabbit talked to the healer, so he's just trying to play along a little bit. So you hear Bishop just being like, yes, he spoke to the healer, but let's not crowd the healer now. Everyone try to remember yourselves.
We know that the forest gods are real.
Right.
And we know that the forest gods showed us that there is more than the Warren.
Right.
The more I learn, the less anything makes sense. Which is usually not how learning is supposed to work.
What if we try to get there at night?
Oh, I like that idea.
And maybe we can try talking to some of the other rabbits. I've been looking and I haven't seen, when I was having visions, I saw a rabbit with flowers in its fur, and that's why I thought that we needed to have flowers in our fur to get out.
Wait. Oh, yeah. So, when they told me to go heal Vienna, I saw a real rabbit wearing flowers in its hair in the bushes here. Should we go try to find that rabbit?
Yeah,
Sounds
I
like-
like that idea.
They might have something that you need, Maya.
And maybe we talk to some of the other rabbits too? Where was the rabbit with the flowers?
Oh, yeah, the bushes
I
over
saw
there.
them. Mm-hmm.
They're hiding in the bushes.
He's pointing towards the river, for the record.
Also, maybe you all do the talking, because I don't think I should talk to any more rabbits if they think I'm gonna get them out of here. You know, I might just
I like
be
talking to
mute.
rabbits.
Well, we've only heard Bishop's take on it. Why don't each of you talk to another rabbit and I'm going to eat one of my mushrooms and pull down my bandana and see if I can ask Fotu what they intend with us.
I think that maybe after all of the excitement for Clumsypaws, maybe Clumsypaws should not stress about talking to other rabbits.
You're so right.
Now.
You're so right.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
I could find the rabbit with the flowers.
Clumsypaws, will you stay here with me so that you can make sure that nobody bothers me?
Yeah. I'll stand in front of the little nest here and make sure no one bugs you.
Scout, why don't you come with me?
I will. I
Awesome.
definitely want to see this other person.
Yes.
All right. So, the gang splits up. We're going to start with the Clumsypaws and Maya crew here. So Maya pulls the bandana over her eyes, takes a bite of one of her mushrooms. Clumsypaw is playing bouncer for this nest. And while she's channeling that, Clumsypaw, you when you step out of the nest, you see a line. I'm not kidding, a line of rabbits. And they're like, he's here!
Jeez.
You see some rabbits, rubbing their shoulder. You see some rabbits like holding a tinier rabbit in their paws. You see one rabbit really just like, sniffling as hard as they can. They probably aren't sick. They're just like really milking, like, yeah, I don't feel so good.
Frickin' knew it. Okay. Well, I don't have the ability to heal all of these rabbits, or else I will die. But I do have herbs.
Yeah.
So.
Just I couldn't think. A pharmacy. A pharmacy has opened up in the.
A pharmacy.
A pharmacy. There it is. Maybe we'll find a joke eventually. So, what do you would say to the masses who suddenly want a piece of you?
Nothing looks like an emergency like Vienna. So.
Correct.
I will probably kind of like herd them a little bit away from Maya and start like asking, like going down the line and asking them each what's wrong with them, and then like start ordering them by most sick to least sick.
I love that. So yeah, they cooperate. I'm not even gonna make a charisma roll because you have permanent charisma with these guys until you fuck up. So yeah, they oblige, no problem. The one who is kind of like rubbing their shoulder, that gets precedent at the front of the line, and just kind of like, I've had a bum shoulder for a long time, and I didn't think it was a big deal until like I knew it could be fixed.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you seem like you've got the roughest go of it of any of these. So let's see what the deal is. I'm gonna start like, moving it around, seeing where the pain is, see if I can figure out what's going on.
Yeah, make a what is this? Make a Constitution check for me.
7.
Yeah, cool, no problem. Yeah, this rabbit has, like the rabbit equivalent of like a minor dislocation. Should be easy to pop back in.
Okay. I will crack my rabbit knuckles and do a little adjustment and
Whoa! He's like rotating it for the first time. He's like, that's incredible. You're amazing. He like,
yeah, just
like gives you a kiss on like either cheek, and it's like you are a special rabbit.
Oh, that was just a little bit of training. That's anyone could do that. Yep, just doing my job.
Not anyone could do it. If anyone could do it, we would be doing it. You are a gift. And like he turns around and goes, my shoulder is healed, and they all cheer. Maya,
Yes.
you are trying to have a vision. Make a mysticism check for me.
All right. That is a 10.
That's a really good mysticism check. So yeah, you are blindfolded. It's almost like you have night vision right now. You can see the farm at night. And you are once again removed from your, soul body, the whole out-of-body experience thing. And you see Fotu, as you had asked.
You brought us here?
Fotu kind of like does a circle around your head and starts flying in the direction of the gate where you just unlocked that latch.
I'm running afterwards. I'm running after Fotu.
Feels like you're running, but when you look down, you realize your paws aren't touching the ground, so you are just running through air, trying to catch up to Fotu. And eventually you do, and Fotu's on the other side of the gate. And sitting next to Fotu is another forest god, who you recognize as Zephyr, the rabbit.
Is the farmer really a god?
Zephyr walks up to the gate and just phases through it to come up to you. And in rabbit says to you,
There are no other gods. Bring the rest to me.
and then you wake up from your vision.
Okay. I'm gonna need to process.
While you process, we go back to the shallow river. Scout and Clary, it's a little bit of a jaunt. You are essentially crossing the bridge and walking up to this bush. So I will give you a moment to talk about what you want to say to this rabbit, what information you might want. Have a little chat together. You two don't get to hang out too terribly often. This is kind of fun.
This is neat.
So, I think that we should find this rabbit and tell them that our friend saw them in a dream.
That does not sound suspicious at all, no. Could we perhaps be a bit more specific about what the dream was? Say, for example, the dream was about what we should be doing and what the gods are up to? Maybe? I'm not sure, but I just know that this person is hiding, and people don't hide for no good reason.
Oh. True. We could... I think you're right. I think we should mention that the dreams had something to do with the gods.
It's the only thing that really logically makes sense so far, is that in those sorts of dreams, as a seer, that she is supposed to speak with the gods, so it's important.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's find this rabbit.
You approach the bush, and this is the exact one that Scout recognizes. So I'm not gonna yank your chain here. This is the bush. So how do you call out to this rabbit?
I guess Scout would kind of reach out and call, "Don't be afraid, we are here to help."
I like that. Make a charisma check, and heck, I'm feeling generous. Add 1 to it.
Huh. It's a 6.
Cool. You hear a rustling in the bush, and a rabbit whose fur is not naturally white, maybe white from age a little bit here, and a bouquet of flowers around their face like a lion's mane shuffles out and says, You were looking at me earlier, right?
Yes. You seemed scared.
I am.
Why?
We don't get outsiders, and you were with Bishop. So I was afraid it was already too late.
Too late for what?
Bishop isn't honest.
I gleaned that, yes.
No, you don't understand. No one's honest.
Oh.
No one wants to understand here. And if Bishop had already gotten to you, I've seen you before.
Was it a dream?
Yes.
Our friend has dreams too. We had dreams too, but our friend is the one that usually has dreams.
The blue one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why, but I'm also a seer.
Why? But I thought there was only supposed to be one seer at a time.
Per Warren.
Well, there's a lot of things that we were told that don't seem to be exactly how we were told. So maybe there's multiple seers, and most of the time they just don't speak up. I don't know.
It depends on the person that the seer trusts, I guess. My name is Oyara's tutor, and I've seen you coming. I don't know why. I couldn't tell anyone, but I've seen you coming.
Hold now. I've heard of you.
Of me?
Yes. I spoke with Dayspring Divorce, and he said that I know it's been a whole ordeal. Listen, the moment he walked into our Warren, my life got turned from knowing how everything works to topsy-turvy, and I am sick of it.
That's what Dayspring does. That's what they all do.
What do you do?
I don't know anymore. I really don't. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this ability. I don't know what the visions mean. I can't talk to anyone. All I know is I know the truth and no one will talk to me.
I want to talk to you. Very, very badly.
Okay. Bring your friends. Come back to the river at night. I'll explain everything.
Okay.
Okay.
I accept this.
Is your name Clary?
Yes.
And mine is Scout.
Yes. Thank you for finding me, Scout. Clary, you, I saw something with you. Do you know an all-black rabbit named Well-Dressed?
Yes. Well, he's my mentor.
Welly. Okay, Welly. Yeah, I have a lot to tell you about him. Yeah, meet me back here at night.
Okay.
And she goes back in the bush.
All right, Scout. Let's go back before people notice that we're here.
Of course.
Night falls. Well, first, you get back as the sun is setting. Clumsypaws is wrapping up with the last rabbit in line. God bless him for trying. And this last rabbit's like, yeah, so, like, I don't know, my hand hurts sometimes, my paws are itchy. I keep thinking about, like when I have dreams, I don't dream anything. So, like, is it, like, dark when I sleep? Is that anything that you can fix? Because people are like, oh, yeah, I got a dream about, like, a butterfly, but I'm like, I don't see that. Yeah, and then, like, sometimes, like, I'll eat, like, a berry, and, like, my stomach will feel all funny.
At this point, Clumsypaws, like, just, like, straight nods off and is just like...
Oh, cool. I just need to sleep it off. All right, cool. Thank you, healer. And he jumps away.
Thank you, Yuka. Okay. Boy.
Clumsypaws, what have you been up to? You're supposed to be keeping an eye out for Maya.
Believe me, no one touched her because they were all busy trying to talk to me.
Oh, well, good job. Good job.
It was terrible. Yeah, after finishing my 12-hour shift, or whatever it was.
Probably felt like 12 hours to a
I'm
rabbit.
probably just like, okay, I haven't had a chance to talk to Maya or anybody else. What's going on? What are we doing? Are we sleeping? Please say we're sleeping.
No, we're meeting the rabbit with the flower crown.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Does she need healing? Please don't tell me she needs healing.
No, she's another seer.
Well, we should go tell Maya right away.
So you do. You head into the nest that you were assigned by the man. Maya is coming out of her vision where she was visited by 2 of the forest gods as far as she knows. And yeah, you can catch her up.
Maya, the flower crown rabbit, a seer, another seer.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And she
Can I-
she had visions of us, so we're gonna meet her.
And I had visions of her. It must mean something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Do we go to her now?
Yes. At
Yeah,
night.
night.
At night. Okay.
Yes.
You all get comfortable. You let Clumsypaws catch a few Z's before your little nighttime excursion.
Maya just pets his head.
Oh.
I'll probably do a little bunny kick every so often. My little leg, you know.
Oh,
God, I love this series.
class. So cute.
Night falls. You hear Bishop give a nighttime speech, if you will. You were all kind of just hanging out in the nest, but you overhear some things like, we must remember ourselves, remember that being happy is the core of our existence as rabbits. We are meant to earn the farm, and we will one day be chosen, and please do not bother the healer too badly. Oh my goodness, you all got in a line. What were you doing? Just because it worked for one rabbit does not mean we should abuse his kindness. But eventually, the very familiar sound of a family of rabbits sleeping overtakes the night, and you can make your way towards Oyaris's bush.
All right. Are we ready? Ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
So you do. No obstacles. I'm not gonna, again, listen, I know we're at a certain point in the campaign and everyone's like, this is gonna be challenging, but it is a farm with a bunch of rabbits whose main thing is, I just want to be chill and be happy. No one's stopping you. And you get to Oyaris's bush, and she is waiting patiently, standing in front of it for you.
Hi. We're back.
You're back. I'm glad you're safe.
Yes.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you, Maya Allsees.
It's nice to meet you, Oyara's tutor.
Yes. Oyara's tutor.
I've seen you. And you've seen me. That must mean something.
I wish I knew what it was, Maya, but I don't yet. But I do know some things about you 4. I know that you've met Well-Dressed and Dayspring and Bishop Absinthe. I was Well-Dressed's fiance.
What?
We were a partnership. And I've tried to be supportive for as long as I could. But he and I did not see eye to eye on the purpose of rabbits, the forest gods, any of it. I saw the man come, right? And I saw everyone start living a life of comfort, and man, Dayspring and Bishop saw an opportunity and then they jumped on it. They weren't always storyteller rabbits that they say they are. Absinthe is a fighter. Dayspring was supposed to be a seer, but he never got the gift.
Oh.
It fell to me. And when I told Well-Dressed that, he started boxing me out. He didn't talk to me as much. He wouldn't listen to me. And then one day he just left without telling me, leaving me alone with Dayspring and Bishop, who are now starting, for lack of a better term, a whole misbelief system around these other creatures that are just keeping us here. I tried my best to just go along with it. Everyone seemed really happy. But I've seen what happens in that building.
What happens?
They change rabbits. They make us food. They make us clothing. They make us gifts to other people. And they're celebrating it when it happens. What kind of omnipotent, caring thing does that to rabbits? You've not been doing anything. And when I tell you, Maya, that I don't know what your being here means or what me being in your visions means, I mean it. I'm stuck in between. Well-Dressed wanted to go back into the forest, back to nature, where rabbits should be, build a society, worship these gods that may or may not exist, and if they do, they only care about appeasing them. Dayspring and Bishop want this, no responsibilities, a life of luxury, without any control over what happens to them. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing for me. We can't go out in the forest. We're not equipped for it. We weren't raised for it. But if we stay here, we're guaranteed to just die. For no reason, out of nowhere. I don't know what to do anymore. So hopefully you do, because I have no clue. I have no visions. I just knew you four would be here.
I had a vision earlier today. Fotu is usually the one who talks to me, or doesn't talk to me. They just show up and show me things and expect me to figure out what's going on. But Zephyr had clear instructions. There are no other gods. Bring them all to me.
So you see the gods that Well-Dressed talks about.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we've had dreams of them.
You've all had dreams of them.
And I think the fact that we see each other must be a gift from them.
I don't know, Maya. I've never seen them. In my visions, the people and the things and the devices that show me what I want are things that are important to me. So I don't see Fotu or Zephyr. I see sometimes myself. Sometimes I see other rabbits. I am shown things, but not by the things Welders talk about. And maybe it's because that's what you were raised to know, that what's important. I don't know. But all I know is when I would try and tell Well-Dressed about my visions, he would reject them. I'd imagine he treats other seers the same way.
Maybe there is something, but it comes to me as Fotu, and it comes to you as something else.
Right.
But either way, it's not the farmer or the man.
That much I know. Now you say you see me in your visions. In what way?
I almost see you as a guide. When it was time for us to go into the forest, you were there showing me how to be strong and go into the forest. And as we were coming near the farm, you were there with the other rabbits, letting me know that we would find everyone.
I've tried talking to them, but they just don't want to hear it.
And how do I appear in your dreams?
I have seen all four of you together for a couple of days now. And I've seen different things. I've seen you being brought into the farm by the farmer. I've seen you fighting Bishop. I've seen a wave of rabbits storming the front gate, leaving into the forest. I've seen Clumsypaws being worshipped. I've seen all four of you being banished by Bishop. It just feels like whatever your story and destiny is in a constant flux. But you being here means something.
I think that your visions are much more experienced than mine.
I've been having them for a while, since before Well-Dressed left. So while I am able to summon them easier and more often, I'm no closer to understanding why I have them or what they mean.
It sounds like they present you options.
I feel like my visions present others options.
What do you want?
Do you ever have this feeling where, no matter where you are, or what you're doing, or how familiar you are with a location, that you just want to go home? That's what I want. I want to go home. I want to actually rest. I wanted a family, but Well-Dressed denied me that. I don't know, I would have been happy here. Just the lone truth seeker in a sea of believers, but I can't even enjoy that. Kind of an outcast here. So, I want to go home. I don't know where home is. I can't go in the forest, I can't go here, and I sure as hell don't want the farmer deciding what happens to me. I think one day I just won't wake up, and that'll be it.
I don't know what that feels like.
Good. Sincerely good.
I just want to keep finding. Keep looking.
Make a charisma roll for me, Clary.
Right. 11.
Okay, cool. That's
Nice.
a big number. Here we go. Well, Yaris has been pretty despondent the whole time you've been talking to her.
Yeah.
But you having still, knowing what you've heard, the drive to learn and know, something kind of like lights up behind her eyes for a second, and she's like, you were a little different. You've been studying with Welly?
Yeah. Welly and I don't always see eye to eye.
What do you see that he doesn't?
I think that despite everything that we think we know, I think that maybe there's always something more to find. And I think that belongs to everyone. That we can go and look. Welly didn't want us to go into the forest, and Welly wanted everybody to know their place and do their roles. And I think that there's more.
Clary, I like you. I wish more rabbits were like you. Alright.
Aw.
Maya, I'm gonna need your help.
Okay.
We're gonna try and have a vision together.
Okay. Do you want a mushroom?
I'm good. I don't use those for this.
Okay.
Now, she points to the other three of you. Stand watch.
Got it.
Bishop has been known to wander at night to try and find me, but he hasn't yet.
Oh.
So I just need you to keep a lookout. Maya, you're with me.
Okay.
They grabs your paw and like pulls you into the bush. It's very spacious in here. She has like a nice little situation going on in here. It's a very chill, serene vibe in here. She's like, you know, like a Zen garden kind of situation. Like her little part of the bush and the ground and the dirt has been like raked almost for somehow. You see like a little makeshift rake that she's strung together with like strings and loose pieces of trash that blow through here. There is a very delightful aroma inside of this bush, and she sits you down and just kind of like goes into like a meditative stance and closes her eyes and asks you to do whatever you need to do to have your vision.
I think I put the mushrooms aside and pull the little strap of cloth over my eyes.
Cool. Let's both make a mysticism check.
Yes, that is a 9.
Very nice. Okay. You begin to have a vision, and with your powers combined, I'm going to say you three are going to notice that the sky above you starts changing colors. You're being lumped into this.
Oh,
What colors? Are we talking like a green storm, or like clouds, or aurora?
Yeah, so like it's night. So there's like a nice little like blue, black, purple hue going on there. When this one comes around, it's like the wind changes color. You can see it. It's green. You can kind of like see a light blue streaks overtaking. It's like a dreamlike state is taking over all of you, but you still feel tied to where you're at. So you can still see the farm as it exists, but you're also going to be privy to whatever Oyaris and Maya are summoning.
Okay.
Which means you can talk to it. And by it, I mean standing in front of the bush now is a bright, glowing, like the color of the sun, glowing rabbit. Maya and Oyaris will walk out of the bush and see the same rabbit.
Is this Zephyr, or this looks different from Zephyr?
Let's find out, shall we? I will say that this is the same aura that you know to be Zephyr, and it is rabbit-shaped.
Oyaris, have you ever seen something like this?
Only once. Just before Well-Dressed left.
Hi. Thank you for coming.
You brought them to me. Thank you.
So you are Zephyr.
I've been called a lot of things.
What do you prefer to be called?
You may call me whatever suits you. I will accept Zephyr. We have stood idly by for some time now, watching rabbits, watching you dictating of your lives. We found you you 5. Knowing you to be the ones that are most prone to question. The lives you all have been living are not natural. We have asked you and brought you here to return your kind to where it belongs. You belong to the forest.
What does a natural life look like?
A natural life looks like surviving. Looks like working together to ensure your survival.
That sounds like the Warren, though.
You are too safe in the Warren. Your leader there has forbidden you from exploring your natural birthright. Telling you what you ought to be, when really you were a wild animal.
So what you're saying is, in a natural life, it's okay for us to want to know everything and to look for everything, and it's all right for us to heal each other, but we can do other things. We don't have to stay stuck to one job, one reason for being.
The forest merely demands animals. You will live. You will explore. You will be. You will nourish. Other life, be it extreme safety or in service to this other beast that has captured these animals, is not the way of the forest. Seeking further meaning is pointless for you. You are merely meant to be, and then one day you will not be. when you cease to be, you will fuel the forest. You will fuel another who comes after you, and they will be. This is all.
I can't accept that. There has to be something else.
You are animals.
Everyone is an animal.
Correct.
Does that mean that really all we are is just supposed to exist and then not exist anymore? That's unacceptable. Then what is the point?
There is not a point. You are placed here to be here. What you do with it bears no consequence.
Then why do you care?
When you are in these states, when you seek meaning, you become selfish. You seek pleasure. You seek to make sure that you and your own are taken care of. When in reality, you belong and have always belonged to the forest. You are rabbits.
And then this rabbit changes form and becomes a bear.
Bears are bears. Bears are meant to be what bears are to be. They hunt, they sleep, they fulfill their purpose.
He changes again into a goose. It's like,
Geese strike fear, geese be, geese protect.
and then he changes again into a firefly, and in a very small voice you can finally hear Maya. So you hear,
Firefly is lead. Firefly is light.
and changes back into a rabbit.
This is all. And you seem to understand that what you were doing was not correct. We have brought you here.
And then he separates into the four forest gods. And they all speak in unison, saying,
To return you to the natural way.
and he turns back into the rabbit by itself.
Can both things coexist?
In a sense.
Can we search for meaning and search for answers and also survive and feed the forest?
Your search for meaning jeopardizes your essentiality. You left the forest when you were born. You were given wrong information. All this concern about jobs, salvation, you are only meant to be. You may heed me if you wish. I am not here to interfere. But it is the will of the natural order that you return the rabbits to such. This will be my last visitation.
Wait, but there's so much more to ask. I'm kind of with Scout. It feels like we have, to use a word that well-dressed like to use a lot. I think I'm using it right. We've transcended the kind of the base existence, and we've become more than what we would be alone. It feels like being able to see visions, or to heal, or to weave great tales, or to find the best berries in the forest would be worth more than just living and dying. Does that make sense? Is that making sense?
You may have talents, you may have relationships, but these are not why you are here. You are here to be.
So why was I given the ability to heal then, if I just should exist, If I can heal others, that feels like I am aiding others to be more than just, fertilizer eventually.
You ask why you can heal. Why can the fish swim? Why can the bird fly? Why can man speak? looking for an answer that does not exist. Everything comes back to surviving, being, fulfilling your obligations to the world by simply being part of it.
You say that this answer does not exist. I also cannot accept that. Even if it doesn't exist, I think I still would like to keep looking.
You have freedom of choice. But I do warn you, rejecting the natural order can often lead to the natural order coming after you.
And the vision ends.
Side note, I have two sisters-in-law who are both nurses or nurse practitioners, etc. Shout out to all of our frontline medical workers. They
The
put in a
real
lot of work.
heroes, honestly.
Yep.
Really?
My mom's a nurse seal.
Yeah. Good.
Shout out to all of y'all. Honestly and truly. I know that sounds like I'm doing a
Yes.
bit, but I am not.
No, it's
No.
they